Ever felt overwhelmed by the relentless demands of your professional life? It's a scenario too many of us can relate to. In our fast-paced world, stress is a constant companion. It's an uninvited guest that overstays its welcome, often leading to burnout. Burnout isn't just about feeling exhausted. It's a state of chronic physical and emotional fatigue, a sense of reduced accomplishment, and a loss of personal identity. It's a silent thief that robs us of our productivity, mental health, and overall quality of life. Studies show that nearly 8 in every 10 professionals report experiencing burnout. That's a staggering 80% of the workforce. This isn't just a personal problem, it's a societal issue, and it's high time we address it. So how can we combat this modern-day menace? Is there a way out of this stressful labyrinth? The answer is yes, but there's a simple, creative, and fun way to help manage stress, and that's through mindful doodling. So, what exactly is mindful doodling, you might ask? Well, it's a simple yet powerful practice that combines the benefits of mindfulness and creativity. It's all about letting your pen roam freely on the paper without any judgment or expectations. Mindful doodling isn't about creating a masterpiece. It's about the journey, not the destination. It's about being present in the moment, focusing on every curve, every line, and every shape your pen creates. This practice can work wonders for your stress management. It helps quiet the mind, providing a mental break from the hustle and bustle of your daily life. The rhythmic motion of doodling can also promote a sense of calm and relaxation. Moreover, mindful doodling can boost your creativity. It encourages spontaneous expression, helping you uncover new ideas and perspectives. Now that you know what mindful doodling is and how it can help you, are you ready to dive into it? Before we start doodling, there are a few things you need. First off, you'll want a sketchbook or some loose sheets of paper. Nothing fancy, just something to get your ideas down. Then, you'll need a pen or pencil. You can even use colored pencils, markers, or crayons if you want to add a splash of color to your doodles. Next, a comfortable spot where you can sit and draw without distractions is essential. You're not just doodling, you're practicing mindfulness, so a calm and quiet environment will do wonders. Lastly, bring an open mind. This journey is all about exploring your creativity and reducing stress, not about creating a masterpiece. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to doodle. It's all about letting your mind wander and your pen flow. With these tools in hand, you're ready to start your mindful doodling journey. Now, it's time to get your creative juices flowing. Taking the first steps into mindful doodling is like dipping your toes into a pool of creativity. It's an exciting journey, filled with exploration and self-discovery. Let's start simple. Pick up your tool of choice, whether that's a pencil, pen, or even a paintbrush. Let your hand move freely across the page, creating lines, dots, squiggles, or whatever comes naturally. There's no right or wrong here, just let your intuition guide you. Now, let's introduce some shapes. Circles, squares, triangles, or perhaps something more abstract. Again, don't worry about precision. This isn't a geometry lesson, it's a journey into the heart of your creativity. Feel free to experiment with patterns, stripes, polka dots, waves, zigzags. The options are limitless. You might find that as you incorporate these elements, your doodles start to take on a life of their own. That's the magic of mindful doodling. As you continue, you may start to notice certain shapes or patterns repeating. That's perfectly fine. In fact, it's a part of the process. These repeated elements can become your own unique signature style. Gradually, you can begin to introduce more complex shapes and patterns. Perhaps you might like to try intertwining different shapes or overlaying patterns. This is your canvas. Feel free to paint it as you please. Remember, this isn't about creating perfect art. It's about letting your mind wander and your creativity soar. If you find yourself getting caught up in making everything just right, take a deep breath and remind yourself that this is your space to explore and play. Through mindful doodling, you're not only creating art, but you're also creating a space for relaxation and reflection. It's a beautiful blend of creativity and mindfulness, a sanctuary where you can escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. The goal here is to relax and enjoy the process, not to create a masterpiece. Once you've got the basics down, you can start exploring more advanced techniques. As your doodling journey evolves, so does the complexity of your creations. Advanced doodling is all about combining fundamental shapes and patterns to create intricate, visually stimulating designs. It's like building a visual vocabulary, where each doodle is a unique word or phrase, and you are the author. Consider the humble circle. Alone, it's a simple shape. But when we play with repetition, varying sizes, and overlapping, it becomes a mesmerizing pattern. You can fill the circles with different textures or even other shapes to add another layer of complexity. Now let's turn our attention to lines. Straight, zigzag, wavy, or spiral. Each line has its potential. Start by creating a grid with intersecting lines. Then, fill each section with different patterns. This creates a sort of patchwork effect, where each square holds a unique doodle universe. Triangles, squares, and polygons are not to be left out. They can form the basis for geometric doodling. Play around with their sizes, orientations, and how they interact with each other. You can fill them with patterns or leave them as they are, creating a stark contrast between the filled and empty spaces. Remember, there are no limits. Combine these shapes and lines in unexpected ways. Mix circles with triangles or fill a square with spiraling lines. The aim is to let your pen flow freely, guided by your intuition and creativity. Contrary to popular belief, advanced doodling isn't about creating perfect symmetrical designs. It's about finding beauty in the chaos, in the overlaps and intersections, and in the seemingly random placements. Your doodles are an extension of your mind's wandering. They are a visual representation of your thoughts, emotions, and ideas. So, don't hold back. Let your imagination run wild and your pen follow its course. With these techniques, you can take your mindful doodling to the next level. Remember, the beauty of doodling is in its simplicity and its ability to be anything you want it to be. So, grab your pen, let your mind wander, and see where your doodling journey takes you. Consistency is key when it comes to reaping the benefits of mindful doodling. This is a phrase that rings true in almost all aspects of life, and it's no different when it comes to this creative practice. It's not just about taking pencil to paper when the fancy strikes you. It's about making it a routine, a part of your daily life just as integral as brushing your teeth or having your morning coffee. Now you might be wondering, when is the ideal time to doodle? Well, there's no hard and fast rule. Some find it helpful to doodle in the morning, kickstarting their day with a burst of creativity. Others prefer to doodle in the evening, letting their mind unwind after a day's work. The key is to find a time that works for you, a time when you can dedicate a few undisturbed minutes to let your creativity flow. Next, let's talk about the place. While you can doodle anywhere, having a designated space can help signal to your brain that it's time to switch gears and focus on doodling. This could be a quiet corner in your home, a spot in your garden, or even a local park. Wherever you choose, make sure it's a place where you feel comfortable and free to express yourself. Once you've figured out the when and where, it's time to make mindful doodling a regular part of your routine. Start small, perhaps with just 5 minutes a day. Gradually, as you become more comfortable with the practice, you can increase this time. Remember, there's no rush. The journey is just as important as the destination. Just like any habit, mindful doodling will take some time to stick. There might be days when you don't feel like doodling or when life gets in the way. That's perfectly okay. The important thing is to not give up. Keep coming back to your doodles, keep exploring your creativity. You'll soon find that it becomes second nature. By making mindful doodling a habit, you can effectively manage stress and boost your creativity. So take out your pencils, find your spot, and let's make creativity a daily habit. That's all there is to it. Mindful doodling is a simple, enjoyable way to unwind and de-stress. It's not only a creative outlet, but also a practical tool that can help you manage stress and avoid burnout. Today, we've explored the basics of mindful doodling, from preparing for your doodle journey to making it a regular habit. We've seen how the first steps to mindful doodling can be as simple as letting your pen flow freely on the paper. We've also delved into advanced techniques that can add depth and meaning to your doodles. Remember, the key is to stay present and enjoy the process. Now it's your turn to pick up your pen and start your own doodle journey. Give it a try. You might just discover a newfound appreciation for the art of doodling. If you enjoyed this video and want more content like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with your friends. Stay creative and keep doodling.